Missed a day. Yeah, whoops. Sometimes. But back now, day 40 something. Got some late legs to hit. Christ. This morning's weight, 250 point something. It's getting a little slow. Been bouncing around 250 for like a week. So if the next few days I'm still at like 250, I'm gonna try and up the calories. Maybe try to throw in a few, maybe like 100 more grams of carbs, something like that. I'll just have to see what happens. So, in terms of competing, I've been getting a lot of comments about that. When are you going to compete? Are you going to compete one day? What's going on? Yeah, you know, that's the plan. One day. I mean, you know, there's a lot more room to grow. Keep you guys updated on it. That would be a whole series in itself. A little bodybuilding prep. But until then, we're just going to keep up the bulk. So I'm going to finish drinking this pre, and we can fucking get going. Alright, so I did a few sets of calf raises on the machine over there. I just feel like once you warm up your calves a little bit, hamstrings are just going to feel a bit more comfortable. So I think I'll warm up a few more minutes, just lightish sets, and then probably get started with like 5 sets of heavy double leg seated hamstring curl. God damn it! Alright, so I guess I'd do 5 sets of these first, but instead I'm going to do 7. I just like them. I mean, the seated hamstring curl, I mean the laying hamstring curl too, I just don't like the one that this gym has. I'd call it the bread and butter of any good hamstring workout, right? There's some few variations I'll throw in, or I'm going to drop set a few of the next few sets with some light RDLs. But for the most part, I don't see a better way to build some fucking hams than just going crazy heavy on hamstring curls, pumping the shit out of them, fatiguing them. This is the fucking bicep curl of the leg, goddammit. It's gradually getting harder to lock this fucking thing in at the height that I like, because my legs are getting fucking thicker from getting pumped up. Whoa. So I got 4 more sets left. I'm gonna do 2 alternating sets of this sort of standing single leg hamstring curl, and then I'll superset that with light RDLs. Ooh. Oh. So the RDLs can be a little bit tricky to feel. You know, if you just go at it
and you don't even think about what you're doing, you're just moving the weight, you're gonna end up doing a lot of lower back work and a lot of glute activation. So if you're a guy, you probably don't need bigger glutes. So you gotta go at it a little bit more methodical. So on the Smith machine, how I'm doing it, I got my feet touching. They're pretty much right at the bottom of the bar path. I'm not bending my legs too much, but they've got a little bit of bend in them. And as you bend forward, you know, once you get to that bottom range of motion and you start to pull up, imagine squeezing your knees together, right? I'm sitting here with the bar, bend forward, bend forward, bend forward. As I'm coming up, almost try and squeeze your legs together. That should help you start to fire some of your hamstrings, you know, rather than everything else that could, you know, do work during the movement. And the more you get used to it, the more you'll just be able to isolate the hamstrings. God, you stupid fuck. Oh. That really pisses me off when that weight falls off its little pin. Fucking up my weight. All right, only one more set of those single legs, and then it'll be good. I like throwing in a few of those like pause reps, where you go halfway up, pause, then finish the rep. Whew. Just makes it a little bit harder. You don't get to ride the momentum. So one thing, if you've got a seated hamstring curl that's just like this, and you want to do single leg, I hate doing this, right? Like I hate setting up like normal and then holding one leg up in the air. Hate it. Super annoying. So your left leg is free to just go out here in the open. So easy enough. But one thing I see people do a lot is they'll just keep their right leg down here below, right in the path of the pad. And then you don't get to go all the way down. You know, you lose out on some of that bottom range of motion because you hit your own fucking leg. So what I do is I sort of fucking jumble my other leg into this little open position over here. But it's a little tricky because you might like run into some shit that's spinning around. So use your best judgment when you do it, but makes it way easier to just focus on one leg at a time. Hamstrings complete. Fucking blood is pumping. Holy crap. Whew. So, before I ever do really heavy pressing movements for quads, you know, squats or whatever, I always want to sit down at the leg extensions for a few minutes. Just get the knees warmed up. Whoa, what the hell happened? Why aren't I at the squat rack right now? So I could tell the last few leg days, not bad, but some kind of something in my adductor, which is like essentially your groin on the left side. I can tell that doing the heavy squats is really kind of aggravating it. Not like a tear or anything, maybe some kind of little pull. So fucking sacrilege. Gonna have to chill out on the barbell squats until that feels better. If your knees aren't super fucked up, don't be afraid to start slamming some weight on the leg extension. Now, if your knees don't like it, you know, probably just start off with like whatever you can do, you know, leg press or hack squat, I don't know. Lunges. I never do lunges. But, you know, if you save leg extensions for the end, you'll be able to go lighter because your legs are going to be weaker. And then you won't have to put so much tension on your knees. I call leg extensions my favorite quad exercise. I'd never skip them. So, if you haven't been throwing them in, I'd recommend it. Whew. I'm not really a massive leg press fan. You know, the one where you have to load up plates. I mean, if you want to go reasonably heavy, what are you throwing 10 plates on? That's just a lower back pump, you know, waiting to fuck you up. So I'd say in terms of setup to reward, a regular leg press is not on the list. But when there's a machine like this with a stack, I like it. So I think I'll do at least 2 sets of single leg. See how that feels. Oh, man, stacked single leg is fucking killing me. That's one thing that kind of adds to the difficulty of a lot of leg exercises, especially pressing. It'll really put you out of breath. Whew. So if you're not doing your fucking daily cardio, leg day is going to be even harder for you. No wonder people fucking skip it. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. The left leg on that last set, I was getting ready to call it quits at 10 reps. Because by around rep 6, I was like, okay, fuck, this feels pretty heavy. 10 will be good. But instead of just doing 10 and leaving those extra reps on the table, fucking went hard and got a few more than I initially thought. I've said this before, but especially when you're doing a hard set, sometimes you can imagine a number in your head and you'll do like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if I were to start this heavy set of leg extensions and in my mind I'm thinking, all right, 15 reps will be good. By the time I hit 15, I'll probably just end up stopping. Even though, you know, if I tried not to focus on the reps, I would definitely get more than that. So if you catch yourself halfway through a set and you're starting to think of a number, even if you can't just totally forget about it and keep going, at least up that number in your mind, right? So that's pretty much what I ended up doing. Like instead of 10, I thought of 15. But if I was a real badass, who knows, maybe I could have even got 20. For the most part, you've got a lot more reps in you than you think, but it's hard to fucking get them out. All right, so one more set of normal single leg, and then I'll do 2 sets of alternating, supersetted with the sissy squats. This is already a fucking brutal leg pump. Those single leg presses are fucking sweet. I think I'm gonna throw those in a little more often. Oh my God. Oh, it's a little too underexposed. There you go. Oh, fuck. Dude, even without squats, I know I said either the last or the one before, leg day was the greatest quad pump I've ever had. By feeling, this one's easily rivaling or beating that pump. Oh my God. Oh, whoops. Got to tie the short drawstring, goddammit. So, all I did, both hamstrings and quads, were movements that pretty much directly worked either muscle, right? Hamstrings was all fucking hamstring curls. Jesus. And quads was majority leg extensions, as well as some machine leg press in there as well. Plus those sissy squats at the end, just as a little bit of a finishing touch for the pump. Oh my God. Like, it's getting hard to walk. That's definitely a good sign of a leg pump. Jeez, oh my God. Ugh. If you finish leg day and you just stand and your quads are fucking skin tight, that is a perfect fucking sign you did at least something right. Oh. Oh. A little breath hold, fucking veiny thumbnail shot. Let's see, the hamstrings poking out at all. Yeah, a little. By now, hamstrings are already maybe losing some pump. I think it was those leg presses that really took the most out of me. Because when I was at the top, or when I was getting a few reps deep into those, it was like getting hard to catch my breath. Like by rep 10, I was like almost just gasping for air in between reps. So I'm definitely gonna chill out on the squats until well, I'll probably just try them out soon-ish, see how they feel. But if you've got something that's a little tweaked, your best bet is just going to be back off before it gets even worse, right? If you can prevent an injury before it happens, that's the fucking ideal state. So luckily I could kind of feel a little something going on in here before it turned into like a full-blown pull, which could put me out of even other exercises. Like if you really pull something in like your hamstring or your adductors, anything kind of in here, that can fuck you up on back. You won't be able to do rows because you're fucking putting your feet up against that little foot stand. You won't be able to do bent over rows because you're activating your hamstrings. Even just standing up doing curls, it might bother you because that's like a stabilizer. So over time, I've gotten more accustomed to being able to like listen to my body and figure out if something's going wrong. Whew. Because, you know, it's sort of like a hardcore mentality to think to yourself, who fucking cares? It doesn't hurt that bad, let's just do it. Boom, keep going. And then you just end up fucking yourself up. Your progress is halted. And then you're just gonna be like, just generally pissed off. I know that every time I've ever got fucked up in the gym, for one thing, that lift pretty much without exception always just goes to shit because my mentality is already like completely messed up because I'm fucking angry and annoyed that I like tweaked my shoulder or something or like whatever else. So probably over time I'm just gonna, well, you know, everybody, you'll just get better and better at you know, pushing yourself to the limit in training, but knowing when to back off on certain things if you can tell that something is going awry. Whew. So I'm gonna finish calves and then get in the fucking car. All right. Legs have been thrashed. Oh my God. Whew. Hamstrings were oddly strong today. I guess thanks to all the bulk cals, but like I was just slamming the stack back to back. Nice. Whew. Still fucking catching my breath. Then after quads, or during quads, you know, no squats. Whoops, it sucks. Still, very effective lift. In all honesty, I mean, going that heavy on the squats could be an ego thing. Could be a little bit of an ego thing. But if you're able, you better fucking be doing some heavy squats. We got the tang back. I know some of you guys were missing it. You were like, what the fuck's all that red shit in the jug? Oh. So, finish the lift. Time for a goddamn dextrose shake. I kind of have to hype myself up because I just want to chug it all at once. Whew. So I've been saying this every video like a fucking public service announcement. The dextrose is just the simplest sugar you can get your hands on. Really quick to absorb. Like, I couldn't tell you how fast in comparison to like table sugar or whatever, but it's different. It is not the same as table sugar. It's got a different chemical makeup. But what's going to happen is post-workout, honestly, as quick as you can, slam 50 grams of dextrose, 1 scoop of protein powder. Whew. And over time, it will definitely increase the productiveness of your training rather than, you know, waiting like an hour or even like 2 hours before you eat after training. Because if you did, you know, a good lift and you actually went hard as fuck, then guess what? You got to refuel, you got to replenish. This is the same shit that's in Gatorade. Like, Gatorade has a good amount of dextrose in it, so they know what's going on. But give me a minute to fucking sit here and think about this. Because, you know, imagine, you know, your protein powder,
Tastes like whatever. Could taste good, could taste bad. Depends on what brand you got. But then add 50 grams of just straight up sugar. It tastes fucking gross. God, it's so sweet. Hate it. But you gotta do what you gotta do if you want some good ass results. Wow, I gotta let that settle for a minute. Oh, God. So, have I ever thrown up from bulking? Have I ever fucking vommed from overeating? You know, with all this food, it's fucking hard to get down. I have. Only once. It was last bulk. Towards the end. My body was getting, it was starting to fight me. It didn't want to eat any more food. And one thing I've noticed, this probably only applies to people that are, like, serious. But, you know, every night I take my vitamins, and I don't do one at a time. I just like fucking, what I end up doing is I got a whole little protein scooper, and I throw in my magnesium, my calcium, multivitamin. I should be doing fish oil. I don't know why I'm not doing fish oil right now. Just all my vitamins, probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 total. And I just take them all at once, slam them. But what'll happen is, over the course of a bulk, when I'm dieting, or like when I'm trying to cut down, I take them down no problem. Like, doesn't bother me. I could probably do like double that amount, and just full mouthful, some water, some kind of drink, just take it all down, no problem. But when I'm bulking, what'll happen is, the second that I'm trying to get down these vitamins, I can tell that my gag reflex is just perked up. Because like my body just must know, like, it doesn't want to take in anything weird anymore because I'm putting so much fucking food down. So what happened was, last bulk towards the end, it was late. It was late at night. I just slammed my vitamins. I could tell that it was kind of starting to like trigger it. And then I still had this big ass shake. So this is so fucked. So I wait a few minutes. I'm just sitting there on the kitchen counter. It's probably like 2 a.m. right now or something. I slam the shake. I sit down. I'm feeling queasy as fuck. I'm like, like stomach's full, like distended. And I could tell like something was starting to happen. My mouth was starting to like salivate. So I get a cup of water. I'm just trying to like wash it down. But after about a minute, I could tell I was just fucked beyond belief. So I had to get up, go to the fucking trash can. It looked like about half of that shake came back up. So I had to take out half of the macros of it. And I don't remember if I ate more food after that, or if I just went to bed and said, fuck it. But it's only happened once. For the most part, if you actually spread your food out throughout the day, you should never have to eat so much at one time that you'd ever like trigger your body to need to throw up. But if you do, for whatever reason, those macros did not count. So you gotta eat some more fucking food. I wouldn't, whatever. So, and then during training, again, never. I know I've seen people do it before. Just hasn't happened. Maybe I'm not going hard enough. Fuck. Maybe I should be going harder, throwing up every time. I don't know. I'm sure a crazy leg day, like if you did a lot of high rep, low rest sets, I'm sure if I did something like that and I was like gassed beyond belief, it might get me. But that's just not the kind of training I do. I'm doing more so like, you know, bodybuilding. Like all my workouts, it's not, you know, set, get back, take a sip of water, take a few seconds, do another set. Probably, I couldn't tell you the exact number, but at least 75% of the time that I'm in the gym for any workout, that's just me sitting in between sets resting. Or longer, I don't know. Because in terms of rest time, you do not want to just like have a little timer and only do 30-second rest sets before you get back into weights. Because such a low amount of rest, you're not going to be able to go hard. Your body won't recover to the point where you can do that set again. Like, let's say I did that first set of leg extensions, heavy, and then I waited 30 seconds and tried to do it again. No way in hell I'm getting the same amount of reps or even close. A good rule of thumb for rest time is you just rest for as long as you need. Now, I wouldn't rest more than like 5 minutes, because at some point you're gonna lose your pump, right? If you wait too long in between sets, you're gonna start to lose your fucking pump. Anybody that's been to the gym for a while knows, like, if you're in the zone and someone fucking starts talking to you and they're just itching to talk, you can't get away, you're gonna be like, oh shit, it's been fucking 10 minutes. I can already tell my chest is fucking flattening out. God, why won't this guy shut up? So, rest time, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes. 3 minutes max, minute and a half minimum, if you really need to like hear a rule of thumb. But I end up just going by feel. I do a set, I sit down, catch my breath, wait until I feel recovered, and do another one. So, I don't remember if I said this earlier in the lift or not, but everybody's asking about the split. No, I did talk about it. Whatever, I'll say it again. Everyone always asks me, what is my split? As if I'm going to tell them something so extraordinary and so unheard of that when they finally hear it, it'll be like they see the Matrix. Wrong. It's fucking simple shit. I pretty much just do Arnold split, right? I go legs, chest and shoulders, back, arms, repeat, with rest days thrown in as needed. I definitely don't take a rest day every loop, right? Like, I don't do a rest day every 5 days. I'll do one if like I really didn't get any sleep, or if I'm sick, or if I'm just busy and I can't actually make it to the gym for whatever reason. But it's not about the split. I think I said this earlier. It's about, you know, hitting each muscle adequately and frequently enough, right? So let's say, what's going to make up a good split? You're going to want to hit every muscle group about twice per week, right? Because let's say you hit chest, you're not going to want to hit chest the next day. Your chest is still going to be fucking worn out. You probably won't want to hit it the day after that either. Probably not fully recovered. Now the day after that, right, 2 days of rest in between, you could probably hit chest again. So, with that logic, you can probably hit a muscle about once every half week, right? Without without overloading fatigue, right? So you hit everything twice a week. Now, how many sets do you want to do? I've said this before. about 8 to 12 sets per body part is going to be ideal, as long as those sets are done with intensity. Because if you go into the gym, it's bicep day, or let's say you're doing biceps, and you actually go heavy, like you start off heavy ass curls, you move on to like preachers or machines or cable curls or whatever. If your sets are actually hard and you're putting in serious effort, by the time you get to set by the time you get to set 10-ish, your biceps are going to be fucking pumped. And, you know, pretty much once you're pumped, once you got a real pump and you've done a good amount of sets, that's your cue that you've done as much as you can, or as much as you need to, right? If you go into the gym, you're doing chest. Start off with flat bench. If you like flat bench, I don't. You do, say, maybe 3 heavy-ass sets. Then you move on to pec deck, another 3 sets. Then you move on to, like, a hammer strength bench machine, another 3 sets. Probably by about then, you're going to be like, oh man, I'm fucking pumped. And then maybe you do 2 more to really finish it off. Boom, you're done. If you keep pushing it, you're just going to lose your pump. You're going to build up a bunch of lactic acid. You're going to end up running out of, you know, available energy from all your little, from all your blood sugar, from all your muscle glycogen. And then you're not even, you know, you're not even just trying to trigger muscle protein synthesis. All you're doing is sitting in there working out, stressing your body for no reason. If you know somebody and they're in the gym for, like, I've heard people say, you know, I go up to them, like, hey man, what's going on? What are you doing? What are you hitting? They'll be like, oh, you know, I got back and buys, been here for like 3 hours. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing for 3 hours? Oh my god. Now, in all likelihood, they're probably just dilly-dallying. Their sets aren't really that crazy. They're just kind of in there fucking around. But if you were to do all of your sets with intensity, I mean, if you stay for 3 hours, you're doing too much. You only need those fucking 8 to 12 sets. There's a fucking trash man in front of me. See? Pass. Holy shit. Oh. Holy fuck. Car came over a hill. I was headed straight for it. Whoops. What was I saying? Yeah, so, you know, the most I'm in the gym for is like 2 hours. And part of that is just because I spent a little extra time getting these videos going. I'd say per muscle group, if it's just me lifting, I'm not worried about anything else, I really only need like 45 minutes. So chest day on its own would probably be about 45 minutes worth of a workout. So instead, chest and shoulders, which I'm doing, ends up being more like an hour and a half. So if you're working out for a bananas amount of time, you got to reconsider your theory and try to condense your training. So dextrose shake has been consumed. Legs have been thrashed. I'm fucking ready for bed. I'm gonna take my vitamins, shower off, see if I forgot any homework assignments. I don't think I did, but you never know. And then I'm going to bed. So if you're staying up too late right now, fuck you, man. Go to bed, get some sleep. You got to lift tomorrow. And you got morning cardio. All right. See you next time, goddammit.